What is going on, everybody? My name is Nick, and it is time to talk about some K-pop news. Unfortunately, we have to talk about the keyboard piano player for Day6, Junhyeok, has left the group on his own terms. He said, I'm done. I'm leaving the group. I've canceled my contract with JYP and Studio J. And, the reasons for that was cited as personal reasons. So this entire thing has brought up a lot of fun stuff that I didn't even know about that has happened over the last month. And it is absolutely mind-blowing. It's just like the most amazing thing that I have, seen in recent time regarding like K-pop drama. So let's break it down, just a real quick timeline, or, shorts timeline of events. This is all news that came out, I guess, at the end of January, but I wasn't, Day6 obviously isn't on anybody's radar, so I missed it. But basically what it comes out is about last month, the end of January, we got the super detective netizens that kind of decide and piece together evidence that maybe he's dating a fan. It seems like he's dating a fan, so they post it and like, he's dating a fan, here's all of our evidence, and here's why, and stuff, and normal netizen reasons and justifications for being crazy and weird. So that's fun, and then so naturally when that comes out, fans harass the hell out of him, because that's the natural response when you find out something like that somebody is dating. You just talk shit to them because that makes a lot of sense. The crazy thing is his fan sites shut down, right? At some point over that time, his fan sites literally like, you know what, F it, we're done. We're not even posting, pictures or just supporting you or anything like that. We're just done. Shut it down. Close it. It's over. It's done. And then ultimately in the last week, he quit the group and left the company, like I said, for personal reasons. So this is super fun. This right here is the perfect example of the dark side of K-pop, with the crazy, scary fans who just are like ridiculous, irrational, batshit insane, is the only way that I can really say it. And ultimately, right, the thing that blows my mind about this is the justification, right, where it is that the reason why the fact that he was possibly dating a fan was, published, was to protect the group from, new fans seeing that and focusing on that versus the music. Oh my god. Do you realize that like Day6 and just about any group in K-pop, new fans are definitely focusing on their music. Day6 especially. So let's just focus on Day6. With Day6 being a group that is not by any stretch of the imagination popular, especially considering that, like, even though this would be like huge news for basically any K-pop group, I didn't hear about this, right? You could have just left it buried and nobody would have even known. But no, you had to reveal it in order to protect the group. Oh god. Like, I don't know if you realize this, but by doing this, you actually hurt the group more and you cause more problems than you would have if you just let it go. If you just didn't do anything, just ignored it and done what what I imagine a real fan would have done, and is try and do their best to downplay this if you think it is really such a bad thing. And even if it really is such a bad thing, that's just crazy. But ultimately what the real reason is, and their stupid, lame justification for it is because they are jealous of this girl who is supposedly dating him. And yeah, that's typical. The K-pop teenager looks at their idols, and when they're dating somebody, they're like, oh my god, but why aren't you dating me? You should be dating me because I'm the special person, and she is just too pretty, and she's just looking for attention, and just in general, she's got bad intent. I'm like, oh good god, good lord. Like, the reason she is doing this for malicious reasons? What the fuck? All of your actions, it seems, are just, good lord. It's crazy. So basically, right, how did their scheme, as we already know, their scheme to protect the group from whatever sort of negative things are going to come up in the future, it's failed miserably, because he's just decided, you know what, I'm not even dealing with you crazy people. I imagine that he was like, wow, you guys, K-pop fans, or just, you know, fans of this group in general, are a bit crazy and psycho. I don't think I can deal with this for my entire career, so I'm just gonna quit. So obviously right there, you're, you know, the goal to protect the group failed. It's a miserable failure, absolutely a miserable failure. And you know, obviously and that's definitely the evidenced by the fact that he left the group. But ultimately, right, the entire point of this, like I said, out of jealousy, was to raise this thing and to raise this point so that the crazies will know, so that they can act appropriately, and that is just harass him and abuse him on the internet and shut down his fan sites and stuff like that. So I mean, they got what they wanted from it, you know, ultimately, because of all of the negative attention and pressure that they were getting, that he and this girl were getting. They denied the fact that they were dating. So no, not anymore. We're not dating. We're just really close friends. And I was a bit arrogant or whatever to, you know, be posting all of the insider information that you all thought was strange. But I might say I loved that, you know, all the insider information is fantastic, you know, and it's crazy, you know, and the whole thing boggles my mind. But of course, you know, there is no logical action with these sorts of, you know, netizens or fans of groups. There is no logical thought process that goes on in their minds when it comes to these things. Because if it's the way that I look at it, right, there is no point in being jealous of a fan who, by some, you know, miracle, was able to get close to a member of this group, build a personal relationship, and end up, you know, dating that person, where the closest you will ever get to this person is, you know, maybe shaking their hand at a meet and greet or something like that. That's the closest that like 99.999999999% of K-pop fans will ever get to having any sort of relationship or physical contact with an idol. This girl managed to become friends with this guy, and now you're like, no, I'm jealous because that's something that I can't do, so I'm gonna destroy it. And that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. But that's just me, because I'm not like, you know, a 10-year-old kid, you know, and I don't really care about that sort of stuff. So my opinion and viewpoint on this stuff is a little bit weird. And ultimately, right, at the end of the day, his alleged behavior with fans, I don't really think it really matters too much, you know? So one, he's dating a fan. There's nothing really wrong with that. Generally speaking, as an entertainer, you probably shouldn't date your fans, because it tends to, you know, come back and, you know, hurt you in the future. You know, that's just, it's happened in the past. You know, there's plenty of, you know, examples that I cannot cite but have happened. You know, so dating fans, it's a questionable thing to do as an entertainer, but, you know, all in all, it's not really the worst thing you could possibly do. You know, should you do it? Probably not. Is it wrong that you did? I don't think it is. And the other thing, flirting with female fans and just, I guess, being a bit sleazy, like, if that's a criticism, like, oh my God, if he flirted with you, it would be the best day of your life. You would post a nice, you know, crazy, stupid, whatever entry into your diary about how it was the best day of your life and your favorite idol just flirted with you. He showed a bit of interest in you. You would faint if he flirted with you, probably. But no. If he does it with anybody else, then it's disgusting and gross. He shouldn't do that. Which, like, again, I admit, probably not the best conduct, but at the end of the day, come on, it's just words, it's just interaction. It's not like he's, you know, being explicitly sexual. I don't think. Again, I don't know. I don't have any examples of what he said. He could have been. But, you know, it just generally isn't the best conduct, but ultimately it's not the worst. And also, too, considering the fact that, you know, fans are going to do what fans do, these claims that he was flirting and being gross are probably overblown. You know, just my opinion. I mean, and this, they like to exaggerate things and make things up and stuff like that. So we know how it goes. So yeah, I mean, ultimately, like I said, this is crazy, right? The K-pop the fans are like, oh my God, I can't believe you're dating. So we need to reveal it to protect this group from future, you know, scandal and drama, when you just created scandal and drama over the thing that you're trying to protect the group about. Fantastic. And ultimately, your plan to protect the group from any sort of, you know, negative fallout from that has resulted in that member of the group who is a target of your scandal and drama to quit the group because he just cannot deal with the crazy people. And I think that's hilarious, and it's fantastic. It's not fantastic, but it's really, really ridiculous. And I think it makes for a very, very fun scandal. So there you go. Talked about this for a very, very long time, but it's very, very interesting. I like it. It's outrageous. It's crazy. This is the drama and the stuff that I love about K-pop. I also really, really hate it, but I love reading about it and following it and going like, what are you doing? What is going on here? This doesn't make any sense. You know, this is what we like. That's what I like. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on this? How do you think this is going to affect Day6 going forward? Really, I mean, that's the thing. They lost a member in the group, but ultimately losing members in a, you know, if you're going to go through some lineup changes, the best time to do it is at the beginning of your career before anybody's actually really established. So who knows what this is going to do to the group or not? We'll have to see. But do you think it's going to hurt the group? What do you think of this situation? It's crazy. So leave it down in the comments below. You can also hit me up on social media. Twitter and Facebook are the best places to do that. You can also follow me on Instagram. I've got links to all of my profiles in the description box below, so check those out. So that is going to be it for this video. As always, I'm going to thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Day6 and G-Soul are going to be basically the beginning of a bit of a shift and a change in focus on, or back, I guess you can say, in mainstream music in Korea. And you know, you've got JYP Entertainment who's getting into it. YG is helping Tableau and High Ground, and